Okay, recording has started. So I'm aware you people are introducing yourself. I think I shouldn't be an exception. My name is Idowu Ahmed Ademayowa. And you all know who this person is as the president of our Alumni Association.
And the naughty boy.
Yeah, the very naughty boy. Only you can say that.
You are right. Only you can say that.
So, I came with this idea because old student association is not about partying alone. It's not about giving to school alone. And we need to look at ourselves and develop ourselves and share ideas that we have that can benefit others. And then so that we can see ourselves in the future excelling. It's only when we all excel that we can come back to school and say, okay, all these buildings are outdated. Let's crush everything and put beautify structures. When we are giving 10 naira, what can we do as old students? So that's why I said this small knowledge I have, let's share it. And the first set of people that graduate from this school will now become a mentor to subsequent trainings. And then when we are done as old students, then we will take this to the students of the school. We want our students to graduate with techie skills right from secondary school. And that's the big picture. So hope having acquired this knowledge, we are not going to be selfish about it also. All right, let's go straight to the game of the day. I said we want to develop an application for our bookshelf. So it's going to be interactive, and I want all of us to move at the same pace so that as I'm landing, you are equally landing. Then if you're having issue, you can call me to it, and then we discuss. All right. So I want to believe everybody have their Excel up like mine. Any response?
Yes. Yeah, with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is up. I have it up.
Okay. All right. So in my bookshelf, I want to create the database for my bookshelf. So I think the first thing I want to put is the title of the book, right? What other thing can you use to identify your book? Author. What about that?
The year.
The year published.
Yeah, published.
Okay. What else?
I'm gonna plagiarize.
Publisher.
I think the name of the book.
Yeah, that's the title.
That's the title.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Edition.
You want to put the publisher?
Edition.
Yes.
Edition. Okay. Edition. Okay. Publisher.
Yes, publisher.
Can we stop at that?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So give me some books. Let's populate our database. At least 2 or 3.
Introduction to data.
Introduction to
data structure.
Data structure. That's the name of the book. Authored by
Lola Musa.
No, I'm not at that level. Thomas L. Naps. Naps.
Okay.
Naps.
Yeah.
Year is 2021.
2021. edition.
Second edition.
Second edition. And then publisher.
Publisher is Miyake Illustrations. Miyake, yes.
Yeah.
Miyake Illustrations and Publication Services.
Let's just stop it at this.
Okay.
What else?
Introduction to introductory technology.
What's everything introduction?
Yes, no. We are in secondary school now. Now.
Karo Uchiri.
Okay, good.
Adebayo Faleti.
Yeah.
Where the validating data?
2003.
1974.
1974. 100 edition.
Third edition. And that was that. Onibonji. I can remember that.
Yeah, anybody. No, about.
Oh yeah, one more before we go to the app.
Macmillan English.
Macmillan English.
Yeah.
English dictionary.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What else? Who?
Nelson.
The spelling?
Nelson, Norman Nelson.
Okay, Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1993.
1993 published edition.
Second edition.
Second
Macmillan.
edition. Okay, Macmillan. Let's stop at that. Now, I want to tell you this because I've learned many things in Power Apps, and I discovered that many authors or many trainers forget this, and this always gives trainees problem. If you are using Excel to connect to your Power Apps, you must format the Excel as a table. Do you see where I am?
Yes, yes.
Format as table. If you don't do that, Power App will not see your application. It will not see your database. So I'm going to format as a table. And my table has headers. Are we all there together?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will okay it. What am I doing? My table, this is my table. We need to highlight it. Format as table, okay, that's it. That's it. And look at this place. Did you see the place?
Yes.
Rename it as my bookshelf.
Okay.
No space. My bookshelf.
All right. One word.
Another way to get there is to go to formula, name manager.
Okay.
You will see this here. You can edit it and rename it as my bookshelf. Are we leaving anybody behind?
No,
sir.
Okay, we are all on the same page.
Yep.
Correct.
Now time to save. File. Save as. Now, if you have downloaded your OneDrive, this is the time you want to use your OneDrive. remember that Power Apps is a cloud application, and it will appreciate when you put your file on the cloud. If you save it on your system, maybe for you alone, it will work. But this is an application you want to share online. When you are done with this on your computer, you can also access it on your phone. So if your file is not online, you may be having some challenges. So let's go to browse. I'll go to where I have my OneDrive. I have this OneDrive. I'll go to documents. You can create any folder around here. New folder. I'll put SGS hackathon. So that I can save it inside that folder. I'll call it my book library.
Okay, my book library.
Or my library. Okay. I just say my library. And save.
No space too.
No space. Perhaps does not like space. But when you become an expert in doing this, then you will understand when you put space, what you need to do.
Okay.
Okay. If we are all on this page, I would say congratulations, you have successfully built a database.
Wow.
You can bring people for graduation of your year one. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to think about it. And we'll go and build our front page next.
Thank you, Mr. President.
My President, is it compulsory that it has to be, because apparently I've got so many OneDrives. So is it compulsory that I save it in the SGS one? Because that one is, it's like that one is not coming up in the list of the OneDrive folders folder I've got in the system. So I don't know what's the problem, but I can do that later.
You probably did not sign into your OneDrive with your SGS email.
Okay, most likely.
Okay. So now we that, like, for example, sorry, Mr.
Now,
President.
the issue you are going to have is this. When you save in OneDrive and you want to connect to it, because Power Apps use connectors to connect to different type of database. You can connect to SQL, you can connect to SharePoint, you can connect to Excel, you can connect to Word, you can connect to any type of data repository, but it use connector. When you will want to connect to this file that you save in the OneDrive of another user, it will request for username and password of that user. Make sure you know it.
Okay. That's what I wanted to ask, because some of us are using office laptop that we already have all of these. it means that we have
Yes.
to switch. We have to switch to we have to switch from our own official to their
yes.
personal use. Okay. Cool.
Yes. So if you don't do that, that means when it's going to request, because it's a bundle application, it's a bundled application. If you have used your single email for everything, by the time I say connect from here to here, it's like we are in the same room. I don't need to start looking for the identity of this person. But if you want to pick an application stored in another room, then you need to have the key to open that room. That's just the analogy.
There shouldn't be any limit to the number of OneDrives that I've got now, should it? I'm just thinking
Yes,
I just
you
add
can
it to
have
the list.
you can have single OneDrive, but you will have different access. And
Right.
at the back end, they will have different access to
Mm.
different location in your system, because they belong to different cloud. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. So can we continue, or you still have questions?
We can continue. From my own end.
Let me
We
know if
can
you
go
can
ahead,
continue.
sir.
All right. Time to open our Internet Explorer. Then we want to go to make.powerapps.com. Library. If you are there, you can. My own internet is a bit slow. I hope all of us are on this page.
Yes. It's coming up. We lost you. We lost you.
Okay, let's try to go to solutions. Are we all together?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. We are there.
Solution.
Look at here.
New solution.
What is a solution? Solution is like a container. It's like a container where you have your Power Apps, Power Automate, Dataverse, and every other Power Platform bundled. Let's see what we have here. Look at this point. We have the apps. Are we together?
Yes.
All together, sir.
Okay, you can create your Power Apps application only here. Look at tables. You can create tables or data vars here.
It's not moving.
You can create your flow. Flow is called Power Automate. So all these things, you can create them separately. But because we work together and we don't want them to interface with any other application we'll be developing in the future, we want to build all of them together inside one package called solution. So we'll create new solution. So let's create a new solution. My library solution. Select a publisher. We can always select this default. Then create. Are we all on this page?
Yes, but mine is popping up with a message at the top saying one or more commands are unavailable due to your current privileges for this environment.
Okay. Just okay it and let it go.
Okay.
We may not have all the full privileges because of my little knowledge of I'm trying to still show from Microsoft. I bought one full licenses and I have 1,000 free licenses for testing. Microsoft was a bit smarter, so they won't give those other 999 licenses. They won't give them full. But then with what we have, we can learn. So you can see in that our solution now that we have apps, no card, no chatbots, no cloud flow, no table. So let's build our first app. If you click app, you see three things popping up. Canvas app, model-driven app, and page. So of all these three, Canvas app is what we are going to dwell much on because that's the easiest among all. The model-driven app is a type of app that you develop, but developing it, you do a lot of work on the database, trying to work out what you want to achieve on the database before you begin to build the model. Then for page, with Microsoft, with Power Apps, we have this issue in the past. Any app we develop here stays within the SGS alumni compound. And people were saying, come on, I want to build an app for my customers to be able to access my information, and then I want to access my customer information. We need to exchange information using this wonderful application you have created. And Microsoft is a listening company. That's okay, why? We're going to do something. We can create page. When you develop your page, you share it with your customer and they will log in, they will be able to, securely connect to your information. So that's why we have page. In the past, we used to have Canvas app and model-driven app, but now we have page. But we will dwell more on Canvas app. When you graduate from here, you can begin to learn all these things elsewhere. But I bet you, if you see 100 applications, you will see 80 to 85 built with Canvas app. That's why even personally, I just try to know the remaining two. I've never worried myself about building app with others. So let's go. Canvas.
Sure.
You want to give your app a name? My library app. So we have two options here. Either do it on the tablet or you do it on the phone. You want to ask me what is the difference?
Exactly, sir.
The difference is that what they are referring to as tablet is any app you develop using the tablet format will open and fill your computer's page. Space. It's not known as landscape. But if you develop an app as a phone app, it will fill the page of your phone. But when you want to watch or access that app on the computer, it will open as if it's just the same space of a phone. That's why most time I said, if I build tablet app, I can see it properly on the phone. But if I build a phone app, I will still be seeing it like a phone on computer. So except I want to build an application specifically made for phone, I will not use the phone. I will use the tablet. Did you get the explanation?
Definitely, sir.
All right, let's create.
Pressy, I'm raising my hand.
Go ahead. I won't be able to see. Sorry, I'm using one screen.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just speak. Let's be having this interaction.
Yeah, I just want to confirm that I'm not others are not having the problem I'm having. When I click on the apps, it's not coming up with anything. It's just it kept on coming that error, that message at the top. And the message, okay, 1 minute. I'm just gonna do something now. Just share it so you can see what I'm saying. It's coming up with this. Okay, so I'm going here.
Anyway, Lola, I guess you are as the training is going on, you are practicing it immediately. That's why you are having that.
I'm not practicing. I'm just following. I just click the way you said if you click. That's so I'm not. I'm not. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Are you? Does anything resolve? Hello.
Hello.
Are you with us now? You are still having the issue.
I'm still having an issue. I've just posted it on the messenger. Okay. What I'm saying here.
Okay, let me check.
Okay.
So when I click the app, that three
okay, try to click the new. Click new.
Okay.
New.
Okay.
Did you see Canvas app? Select it.
All right. Okay. That's it there. I've seen it now. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Are we all on the same page now?
Yes.
So did you see this thing popping up?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Tablet.
always like it. It's a way of making you create a form using a wizard, or create a gallery using wizard. But at this stage, you know what a form is? Even though you know what a form is, you don't know what a Power Apps form is. Even though you have had gallery before, you don't know what a Power Apps gallery is. So I'm going to tell it, don't show me this again. I want to learn from scratch. Then I skip. Here come my first screen. So let's, for the first time, we are going to learn programming. And I think we'll pop champagne when it works. On this page, I want you to bring in text input. Look at insert on top. Click text input.
Favor, go down market. I want to start to cook now.
Sorry, can you?
Evelyn, please mute your mic.
She has done so. She has done so.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also want you to bring in text label. Are we on the same page?
Not yet. So the last one, sorry, you said
Insert
Text label. Text label.
label.
no, the first one, test input. The first one you say.
First one is text input. Second
Okay.
one is text label.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Then the third one, I want you to bring in button.
Okay.
Are we all on this same page?
Yep.
We are following, sir.
Excellent. So let's, okay. We were supposed to continue at this point, but I want us to learn one thing. Can we do new screen?
Okay.
Blank screen. Did we all see where we brought it? See
Yes,
me again.
new screen.
New
At the
screen.
side of the page.
New screen. Blank screen.
Page.
That is screen 2. I want you to bring in on that page again, text label. And I want you to bring
Text
in a
button.
text label alone.
Okay.
And button. Now, all these button, label, text input that you brought to your page are called controls. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Every control has property that you can use to describe it. Just like every one of us. I am a man. I am dark like pot. I am slim like Iroko tree. I am naughty, like somebody said. I have a name. You know, there are many things you can use to describe me. So for every of these controls, they have their properties. And if you look to your right here, you will see the property of every one of them. Those properties you are seeing right now, we call them default properties. That's the way Oyibo created them. You know how God created us. Before we, by the people, we will go and choose to put Ilabadon on somebody's cheek. We change the default. You understand?
Yep.
You know the default of how God created a man before a Bobrisky. We'll go and change that default. So also as programmers, we can change all the default properties to suit our needs. Do you understand that? So let's go back to screen 1. If you press these 3 dots, you will see rename. I want to change the default name. Rename. Home screen. Are you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll say, I want to change the default name of screen 2. Go up to screen 2. You know, initially I said you can come here and rename. But what if I come here? There are many ways to the market. I can come here and say entry screen. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go back to the home screen and put something on our label. We can expand this to this point.
Huh?
We can come up here. What is the text in the quote, inside the double quote? My library application. Are we all on the same page?
Yes.
So now, just like if you are a user of Word or any Microsoft application, all these things that you change, you can change font, you can change size and everything. I want us to change this 13 to something like 24 or 28. I think that's just too much. That's too small for me. Let me make it 36. All right, I like that. Like I told you, on Okon Waja, look at the same thing we did here. At this right side. Okay. I can bold it. I can put it at the center. Are we all together?
Yes.
I can change the color. I like changing color to white. Okay, that's background color. Where's the font? The font, you see the A, that is the font color. I change that one to white. Then the background color, I change it to blue.
Okay.
Is it looking like we are doing application?
Of a job?
Yes.
Ó ti jọra wọn lọ.
Ben, nothing to Didi.
Now let's bring this somewhere here and change the name to submit. Not the name of the function, that text.
Since it is a button.
It's a button. You all know that in every application, you click something to submit. That's what we are doing. All right.
Label.
Are we fine? Let's go to the second screen. Okay. Only this button alone. I want us to put the text on it to back. I'm doing this so that you can learn your first command. Because you cannot come to application school without learning command. That is why we call this platform low code or no code platform. You will develop your application with just low or no code. Now, I'm going back to my home screen. It is this my submit button that I want to program. Are we all there? Now, this button is an action button. It's an action button. If you look at the property at the top left here, it has a lot of things that it can do. It has a lot of things it can do. Align, border color, fill, font, unselect, pressed fill, pressed color. As we go further in this training, you will learn all of them. But the very first function that it does most is this unselect. That is, when I select this button, what should happen? Have we all selected the button? Have we selected it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
All right. Okay, our first command is navigate.
No.
We all know what that word navigate means. Microsoft is so smart that it tried to use things that we are used to. That is, go to somewhere else. Go to entry screen. And then, comma, what type of transition do you want? I don't want any transition. Type none and put. That's transition. If I want me to, he's still going to do that. Transition dot none. Did you see what I did? That's your command.
Okay.
So are we all here?
Well, with you.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to be lagging behind. Okay, let's enter that so that you can take it. All right, it's taken. Then I'll go to screen 2. Your second command that you are going to learn is that simple, back.
back to where?
I actually do not encourage the use of back, but you need to learn to know what it does. It returns back to previous page. It's a command that takes you back to previous page in case you have, sometimes you fill a form, you are filling a form, you say next. You want to make correction, there is a room for you to go back. Do you understand?
Yep.
So this is the short command. Go and ask a programmer the length of lines that you are going to write to get that done. Now let's go to home screen and do our first test. Up here, preview the app or press F5 key. I don't like shortcuts. Preview. Can all of us press the preview?
Yep.
Now our application is in running mode now. Can we click that button and see if it takes us to the next screen?
Okay.
Does it come back?
Yes.
Does it go? Come back, go, come back, go, come back. If your application is doing that, congratulations. You have graduated from the first class of the program. Promotion to primary 3.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
That's a first command for that submit button. You wrote navigate. How do we know that's what we should write?
That's why you are learning it. That if you want a button to take you to another page, you use
Navigate is the default command. Okay.
Is the command
the second one
that is the command that takes you to another location.
Okay, sir. So after writing that navigate, we will now specify where we want
the screen you want
that
to go
command to go to. Fine. Now,
yes.
when you now wrote the back command for the entry screen, you did not specify to take us back to the other previous one. So it will know automatically without to
Automatically that it should go to the last page where I came from.
The last page. Okay, thank you.
And that's why I told you you need to be very careful when you are using back. But because it's something you need to learn, I don't have choice. I have to teach you.
Okay, sir.
Make sure that you really need back. I always prefer using navigate again to come back. Like coming back here and say instead, I will say navigate. Home screen.
Screen. Okay.
Screen transition. I don't want any transition. So if you run it, you're still going to get the same thing: back, front, back, front, back. So you click on this if you want to go back to edit mode. Right. Okay. Now, let's go to the let's create one more screen. I want to name that one. Rename library view. Screen. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Okay. So, are we all on the library view screen?
Yeah.
Now we want to learn a very important command. What is it called now? Gallery. This is one of the most important things you can know in Power Apps. Bring it in.
You want to bring in our database?
Yes. Do we all have the same page?
Yeah.
I told you you use connector. Power Apps use connectors to connect to the database. At this point, there'll be a lot of questions, but let's get there. Let's look for the connector we want to use. You have more. You want to import from Excel. But actually don't like importing from Excel directory directly. So I will import from OneDrive. There are two types of OneDrive. We have OneDrive for business, and we have ordinary OneDrive. Which one am I using? Okay. Let all of us use OneDrive. Connect. At this point, if you are using another type of OneDrive, you need to log on to it. You see what I'm seeing here? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because my own OneDrive is OneDrive for business. So I will have to connect to OneDrive for business. Who is this? So somebody should mute.
So the question now is, if okay, after this training now, and then we want to play back, are we? The question is, are we? So we will be able to see if you're not using OneDrive for business, you are using OneDrive. Would you be able to see it?
You will see it because you are logged into it. That's your cloud storage, but you must have access to it. More like a security feature.
I know. I'm asking. The question is,
yeah, you can.
OneDrive for business. We have ordinary OneDrive, and
yes,
now you are loading through OneDrive for business. That's what I'm saying. So
yes,
for those who don't have OneDrive for business on their own system, would they be able to?
Yeah. See? Because the license I am using allowed me to use OneDrive for business.
Yes.
And my information are contained in the OneDrive for business.
Yes.
That's why I'm using it. All of you are using ordinary OneDrive. So just go to it. We are going to end up in the same place.
All right, cool.
So remember the location you kept your information. SGS hackathon. That's where I kept mine. What happened? Did I say? I need to close. Yeah, I have it here. How many of us are here? Who is here?
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Only one person.
We are with you, sir.
Two?
Where
are the others? These are struggling.
I'm not able to
Ejida.
follow through, Sha.
Let us know where you are. So connect. Remember, we named that table specifically bookshelf.
Yes.
So connect to it. And look at the layout here. We need to change the layout of this thing. The gallery is also, it can allow you to put in images, but we don't have image in our database. So let's change the layout. We don't want the one that has image. We prefer the one that has image and title. No, I said we don't want image. We want the one that has title and subtitle rather.
Title and subtitle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to spread this across my screen. To move this. This guy. I will reduce the. Just watch what you do to the first one will happen to the other ones on your gallery. Anything you do to this first one, this first one that we select will happen to others. So this one too, I'm going to place it beside. Okay. Are we together?
Yes.
And can copy this one. You can copy anyhow, Control C, or you can right click and say copy. Inside the same box, you can paste it. Thank God you cannot tell me you were not there. We created the table together. Look at the name of this guy. Look at it on the
Sorry, a bit missing something there. Sorry, my pressy.
Okay.
I was trying to move the the author to the left hand side and separate them in these three, but it's not. It's just like stuck in the box.
Okay, select this box first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then go inside. There are different boxes.
Yeah.
Make sure you select that specific one.
Yeah.
And then you can increase or decrease and play around like that.
No, it's like it's both of them. It's like they are grouped in the box, so it's not moving out at all.
No, they look like that. They are not.
Okay.
Make sure you select one, and once you have these 4 cardinal points, move one away from the other.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I've got it. Thank you.
So look at the name on the formula bar. This item. Anything inside a gallery. Microsoft said, let's call it an item. It is an item inside a gallery. So we now say this item, and what is that item? Author. Check the second one. This item dot edition. Is that the second one? What name did you call the second one?
Edition.
Is there addition on the table? Vegetable you.
No need for that every day. I mean what I'm saying.
On our table,
We
we
have
have
title.
title first, author, year.
So I'm going to move this away. I'll move this away. I will copy this. I'll move this away first. And copy this one. And put title.
So the question is why, since we have those our headers are carrying that. So why did when we imported into after formatting, when we save into OneDrive, now getting it into the Power App now, why is it not picking the title?
The gallery by default, we said we are looking for title and subtitle, two things.
Okay.
And he looked over your data. He looked into your data. We have picked to any two he likes. So you can now begin to,
separate it.
Do what you want. So now I'm making this one to be my title page. You can always move this around. Can expand this to show the complete
name.
If you are not comfortable with the sizes, you can change the size. But you will have a lot of editing to do. Just to suit what you want. It's your game. Okay. And edition, this one can be year. These days. I think it remains one more thing. Publisher.
It remains publisher.
Okay. I can copy anyone again and paste. And take it to the back. Put publisher. So if I pick this first one again, this is my first box. I told you anything that happens to it will happen to others. It's too wide. We can bring them together.
Let's increase the font size of the edition year and the completion.
Yeah, it's our choice. We can do it. Move that to 16. In my own case, 15 here. It's like something is covering. Okay. Open that. So it looks good, right?
Yep.
Now, I'll be very fast now because these are things we have learned. We have to make this look colorful now. Books in my library. I can move this. I can make it 30. I can centralize it. I can change the color. Don't ask me why I like this color this much. I just like it. So you can choose your own colors. It's my choice.
Anyway,
Right.
the school we are preparing the library for his blue and white color.
Oh, okay, excellent. So you can see I've been using text label. All right.
Yeah.
That's the control I've been using
Yes,
since.
sir.
So I'm going to bring
Yes,
it.
text label.
I want to write title. And the title is centralized. I'll make this like 14. Does it look? Does it look as 14? The 20. Does it look as 20? Okay. I will make that look a little bit different to the kids. I top it and leave it. You all know how to do this. That's why I don't worry about you again. I think black would be better. I'll make it bold.
Definitely, sir.
Make it bold. Since you are now programmers, application developers, certified ones, I'll copy and paste all this to make others faster. This is now author.
We have year.
This is now edition.
No, yes, sir. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it should be the way
We
it is
have
in the
changed
database.
yes, exactly. We have changed it. Right.
So that's what we have, the way we arrange it here. Have publisher. We're going to shift this back a bit. Anything you want to adjust, it's just the first one. All right. Here we are. Those are the few ones we entered in our database. But for example, we have always filled one form or the other at one point in time. Application for something, JAM form, GC form, and things like that. Do we always do it from our database? So it's time to build our front end. But before
So we have been building back end.
Yeah. So before we go, let's quickly do something here before we go, because if we open up to this page, there should be something we will click to close the page. Let's come here. Go to icon.
Okay.
I always like this one in the circle. It's more beautiful compared to this council. So I'll pick the one in circle.
Council badge.
I put it here. I'll change the color to white. because of the background I used. Look at it on select. Now you know what on select mean. That is when I click it, what should it do?
Okay.
Navigate to home page. Transition none. So that assuming I run this page, if I click this, it must go to my home page. Right?
So
Now,
so this
our entry screen.
So that is you say we don't want it to transition to entry screen. Is that what is that transition itself?
No, I'm saying if we have a way of getting to that page, we must have a way of getting off the page. You need to close. And if you close, where should they go?
landing on the home page.
Yeah, you know, we've been using transition.
Sorry,
none
sorry,
before.
1 minute, please. Hold on a bit. Okay, the question now.
Yeah, we viewed transition none before. So because the way I see it now in the programming language there now is like transition. There could be another option if it's not none. So if we know the meaning, what that transition means, then we can know what other options will follow that transition, whether it's going to be none or something else or whatever else.
Yes. Actually, when you click this place, you see the type of transitions you have.
Okay.
It's just if I'm leaving this page,
Yeah.
how should the page behave? Cover, like you are covering a page. Cover right, right, fade. That means this page will just fade out and the new page will come. You know,
Okay.
uncover, that is open to another page, like you are opening a new book.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay, that means it's like transition in PowerPoint.
Yes. Let's say
Transition and animation in PowerPoint. All right.
Yes, just the animation. How do you want this page to disappear for the new page to come? And actually, when you have been filling forms in the past, did you see anything transitioning? So that's why we choose none.
Yeah. Okay, it makes sense now.
We choose none. We just want it to plainly
Just
go to the page.
just go to the home screen. We don't want
to the page
any
without any FEC.
Any FEC. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
All right. Now we want to build our form so that if I buy new book, I don't need to go and be opening my database. I'll just come to the front page and load new book. I'm going to rewrite this. When it comes to tests now, you are experts. I'm not going to be doing any ROE on test. More way. My book entry page. Now, so I make it center. I make it 32. So I will bold it. So I'm going to, as usual, You can guess my color now. And my font color. So my book entry page. So the control I'm going to bring in now is form. Edit form. Do we all see this?
Yes, sir. Edit form.
If you have your edit form, because you don't have issue connecting to your database now, it should be easier now. If you come to this page, you see your data source. We need to connect to that same table now. That should be the only table in your app now. All right. You have selected that one. You want to edit field. Add. I want it to add author, edition, publisher, title, and add. Close everything to be like that. Okay. Are we on the same page here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and at this point, you want to arrange how you want your information to look on the page. The application just went to your table and bring everything you have there. So it is you now that we arrange it. Just move them the way you want. I always want the title first, followed by author, followed by edition. Here I want publisher as last.
Okay, this is you are using dragging, right, sir?
You just
Yeah.
drag and drop.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
We close this and bring this up here.
Sorry, the background noise is.
Single column form.
Ola, could you please help us to mute your mic, please? Thank you.
Okay. Are we all here? If you like, something we can do here. Select the form. I want it to have borders with this color. I want it to have just a thin border. Instead of 0 here, I put 1. Are we all on this page?
Yep.
Yes, we are with you, sir.
We want to change the command on this button. The command that should be there is, if I click this button, don't forget this unselect. This is the property we want to change. the property of this control that we want to change is on select. That is, anytime I click this button, what should happen? You say submit. That is form 1 dot submit. Submit form. Okay. Form 1. I want to be sure everybody is on the same page.
Yes, sir.
We're on the same page.
But I'm going to change the title, the text on this guy from back to submit. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give everybody that opportunity to run this app at this point. What happened? Oh, sorry. This is not a submit form. This is supposed to be add new. Add a new form. All right, sorry. New form 1. There are many small commands you need to grab.
Write it down.
So instead of submit form, you are going to use new form.
At least it's on record, so we can easily go back to it and listen to it, watch it again.
So at this point, let's run this and see what we have. New form. I don't know. There are things I need to do here before this page can come. I know something is wrong somewhere. You are still going to use submit forms. Submit form. That's what happens when a lecturer doesn't have a lesson notes. So then this guy should have come somewhere. Let's navigate to that page. I'm going to say, I'm going to call this one new book. No, there's no screen. There's no scene in saying enter new book. Okay, somewhere here. And I will navigate to what's the name of that entry screen. Then I will. So when you get to that page with semicolons, you can put 2 commands on the formula bar. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
What I'm saying is this. What this application is saying is this. If I click this button, navigate to that page, the entry screen page. But when you get there, open a form, a new form. For that same form 1 that I created, open a new form so that you can give me a page where I can type new information That's the meaning of that. You are doing two things at the time for me when I click this button. Navigate to that page, open up a form for me to enter new information. At this point, we have been working for a very long time. Let's save.
Quick question.
Right.
Is there any way we can, is there any way in the settings where we can activate autosave?
By default. By default.
Yeah.
Power Apps used to save in every 1 minute. But I've seen instances where when Power Apps develop problem and you not manually save, you lose substantial steps, like 2-3 steps backward. It's not painful when it is about button text, but when it's about when you have entered complex formulas and you have to start re-entering them. So I don't know, maybe Microsoft here has a lot of work to do on that. For example, using this back page, sometimes you go back, it will go back. You use it, it will not function. Your program will just lock up. So it's one of those functions that they advise that you should not be trying. It has not been functioning the way undo used to be on Power Apps. So can we run at this point? Let's run. Okay, if I click this, it should go to that page and give me the form. Excellent. So then this one is about submitting it. Okay, so I'm going to give us the privilege of entering a book. Let me look at a book in my shelf here. Negotiation. You can do your own. Author is Roy J. Lewick. And there is the 6th edition. What year is this? (2010). And publisher is McGraw-Hill. Okay. Are we there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to submit my own. You want to submit your own too? Okay.
But in this, what you are searching for, it's not in the original database that we embedded in this app. Different information.
Yes.
Different
I just bought new book. I want to add it to my library.
Okay, that means you need to go back to that. You need to go back to the database to add the.
No,
to add the.
We have created a form where you had it. If we have just done what I did now, that information has gone there.
Okay, it will go in there.
It has gone there. Not it will go. It has gone. All right. Before we leave this page, if you fill a loan form at the bank, and you are looking for admission to one school and you fill a form and the page gave you this type of thing, will you not feel like submitting it again?
Okay.
You look like something went wrong. Isn't it?
Well,
The
question I'm trying to ask here is this. Now, we have books already that we have already stored in our library.
We have 3 books in our library.
3 books in our library. And those 3
we just
books
bought new one.
Okay, we just bought new one. So the question I'm asking you now is that, are we not going to go back into the original data to feed it in and submit it and refresh it to be able to reflect?
No. What happened was, initially the record we were having.
Go ahead.
This app, we now, all the record we have now is just like the record of the school. Initially, they were actually in some city grammar school. All their records were actually saved in Excel. Now they built an app. They now migrated all these records into that application. Now they have it's another admission year. They've admitted some more students. They're not going to go. They're not going to go back to the Excel anymore. They will just update. They will just add new record into that application, not going back to the Excel.
I got you. This is the back end now. So you are feeding from the back end.
Hello, actually.
Yes.
In application development, best practice, you don't have anything to do with the backend database. You don't go there.
Okay.
You create a front end to type into it. You create a back end that will view it. And that's what we have done. But I'm telling you now, we just sent an information. What if you transfer money to somebody, you fill all the forms on your bank app, and you say transfer, and nothing shows that it is successful? Won't you try again? So our application is
we want to try
not
again.
too good. So let's make it better. But first, let's check if we have the information in our database. Library view screen. Let's go to the library view screen. Is it there?
Yeah, it's there.
Yes, it is there.
It's because we have created a form in the front, but our form is not too professional. Let's make it professional.
I got you now. Yeah, I got it now.
So come here and make sure you select the form. Make sure you select the form, and then you want to go to advanced. On success. On success, something should happen. But before we do what will happen, let's go and create one more screen. New screen. But this time around, there is a special type of screen that I used to look for. Let's look at templates. Look at this guy. Success.
Success.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Select it. So the only thing we are going to put in this page is to insert a button. And bring it down here. Put the text on the box. Make it OK button. When I press OK, I told you anytime you have a button, you must program the onSelect function. Anytime you have a button, you must program the. So if I say OK, where should I go? Navigate to home screen. Transition none.
None.
Okay. This new page, let's rename it. I don't like how this screen 4, screen 1 or 15. Let's call it success screen. Rename success screen. And where's our entry screen? Let's pick our form again. Select form. And then go to advanced here. We want, when on success, what should happen? On failure, what should happen? So at this level you are, I'm going to teach you on success for now. On success, navigate to the success screen. Navigate. Anytime you type a function and something, this IntelliSense did not come, you should just quickly note that you must have typed something wrong. What's your target? Success screen. And the transition should be none. Okay. I hope all of us are at this page.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but I've got a question, but maybe let's finish this one, then I will ask that question.
Let's run this page once again. I just bought new book. Not here. Must always start from the front screen.
From the home screen.
What new book? Enter new book.
Enter new book. We enter the information.
Look here now.
Don't be sad. Don't be sad is the title.
Strategic management.
Wait,
You can put your own. Database what you are you wake up on no journey. By Butch Bogelman. The 5th edition. Strategic management of technology innovation. 5th edition. Was published in here. 2009 by the same authors. Hope all of us have entered information. See the difference. Submit.
Wow. Successful. This was successfully completed.
And when I say okay, you go back to my front page.
Home screen. Okay.
We started 11:30 or thereabout. And I told you in 2 hours you'll become a developer. You doubt it.
Top data.
Are you now a developer?
Definitely.
So let's complete this. Let's complete this one. Now, at this point, we have completed all our applications, all the paper and so and soup and everything to make it look the way we wanted. All right. So we have we have screens that, okay, let's go in real sense so that you can understand what I'm trying to explain. This is my home page. Where do I go from here? The only thing I can do is when I buy new book. Even if I mistakenly click to this page, there is no way to go back. So we need to put all this. If I come here and I don't want to do anything, I want to cancel, or we need to be able to do all those. So let's start from here that way. Yeah. I'll go here, I'll make this more. Sometimes I used to copy and paste. Yeah. Paste them beside each other. I'm going to call this one. I'm going to remove this function on this one. It's a cancel form. And remember, it's a cancel form. Then the function will not be the same. You now need to navigate home. Navigate home screen. I'm not bothering about navigation again because you people are now guru in programming navigation.
Transition none.
So if I mistakenly come to this page now, I can always go back. I'll come here. I can always go back. I don't need to enter a book. Oh, the book I bought is in the office. I didn't bring it home. Oh, I can't do it now. Cancel. All right.
I want to search.
How do I view how many books I have in my page? How do I view it? Okay. So that's why I'm telling you that we need to put pepper and salt. Therefore, I will bring in another button. For design reason, I'll put it here also.
I thought we can copy and paste button too.
We can. That's why I'm teaching you all the
That's
tricks.
what I just done.
You can copy and paste. You can go and bring new one. It's left to you. Okay. It's a choice.
All right.
View. I like personalizing things in app. View my books. So if I want to view book, I will have to go to which screen? Which screen is that? Library view screen. So I will navigate library view screen. My transition is none. Okay, we're all at this page, right? Can we run this? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Can we run this?
Yes, yeah, let's run it.
This goes here.
Wow. Wow.
And
wow.
This come back. I'm going to go to Google Books. I want images. All right. Looking for something that looks like, okay. I think I want to like this. Save image as. I'm going to save it where all my applications are residing. Because it's books.image. I'll come back to my app. I want to use another control. How many control have you learned today? Media, image. I bring in my image. So the image I want to bring in is add image. Remember where I saved the image. I save it in my OneDrive, text documents, SGS hackathons, this image. I like it when it's pretty.
Meeting.
I'm deleting this now because they are just for illustrations. And I can add something to this. Borrow a book. I'll save. If anybody is at this point, same place I am today, I want to wish you a congratulations for successfully creating your first app. You can call family and friends and let's do your graduation tomorrow.
I will send out the invite to all necessary family members immediately. Thank you very much, sir.
Run this. It's my library application. Enter new. I don't want to enter. If you want to enter, you enter more. Cancel. You want to view how many books I have? You have these. And here we go. You want to borrow a book? You want to go to that right now or we postpone?
Let's do that, please.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's
You want to see it?
I want to say thank you. Sorry, House. I want to say thank you. I have to join another. I have to join another meeting in the next 5 minutes now. So.
All right.
Let's see how it's done.
No
The borrow.
Please help us drop the recording. The recording.
Yes.
On the phone.
Yes, it will be there. It will be there. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So, if you want to borrow,
yeah,
that means we will be going into Power Automate briefly. Okay.
Okay, let's leave that. Let's leave that to the next lesson.
Okay.
The next class.
So,
yes.
but we can build the page ready so that we'll know we'll go straight to automate later.
Exactly.
Let's build the page. Okay. Borrow a book. There is a screen we are going to copy here. That library view. Just click one of the box button. You see duplicate screen. Let's duplicate it. Okay. So we have duplicate now. Let's renew it.
View square one.
Yes, you have to rename it. Borrow screen. We are going to come back here. What we did earlier, we are going to return. Okay. And bring this under this. Now bring this under this. Taking this away. Taking this away. Taking this away. Taking this away. On this. Available books. I'm going to shrink this. Let's expand this down. Are we all on the same page now?
Yep.
We are on the same page. Yes, sir.
Okay. One more step here. We want to make sure you select this box. Make sure you select this box. And then we're going to come here. We are going to look for template field. I told you this, you know what they mean by template. When something is a template, it's something that you can use to duplicate others or something that others copy from. That's why what we selected is a template. Once you change something in that template, it affects others. So we want to do a template field now. We'll select that, and that's what we want to program. It's having RGBA color 000, and that's color white. That means the background is color white, but that's not what I want to do. I want to change from the default. I'll say if this item dot is selected. If you look at the intelligence at the top, it's guiding us if what is the logical test. That is this item. I told you earlier that Power Helps always use this item for the currently selected item. Everything in the gallery is an item. So if this item is selected, what should happen? The color should be light blue. That's all. Do you understand the concept?
Yep.
Yes.
Sir, but it has not affected the others.
Yes. The selected, we are worried about the selected item. It will make it noise into the call. We are worried about the one that is selected. We want it to show the one we are interested in. Okay. I always want us to have border on this. Let me change the border of this one to this color. And one. I want you to have border. Now one is 2 pages. Make it 2. Okay. Something like that. All right. So if I run this, if I select it, it goes blue. So I'm interested in the one I selected. I want it to highlight the one I selected. That's why I said I'm programming the template field. I'm programming the template.
Okay. So when the cursor is being placed, that's when it will change.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I'm going to bring in another function, another thing beside it, a form. Let's go and bring in a form. So we'll bring in a form. Now you know how to work on form. I want it to be 2 this time around. I don't know. If I have to change it to 1, I will let you know. So the same our bookshelf. Edit field. The fields. We want all the fields. We add. I have the author. I always want the publisher at the bottom. Author. I lose this. I have the title on top. So, okay. If we make a single, what happens? It occupy the whole of the page. Okay, it's still okay. I still have a page to put my. Okay. So I'm going to bring in one control. That's a spotting. I'll bring in this button. I like to make it 2. Control C, Control V. See. One here, one here. This would be cancelled. At this point, my cancel can be back. The function for the cancel can be back. Because I'm very sure that I want to go back to where I came from. This one, I want to call it borrow. Okay. C, Control V, and then bring this one here and say details.
Cap lock.
I want details. Okay. All right. But this particular form now, I want to program something on it, which is item. I want to program the items that goes into it before I borrow. I want to program it. And that will make us to rename this guy. What's the name of that control? This control that display this book. This particular control. What's the name? Or what type of control is it? Do we know?
Is it not library view screen?
It's a gallery. The control is a gallery.
Okay.
So we have to rename the gallery. I'm going to call it book. Or book gallery. That's the name. So because I want to use it on this form, unlike the form 2. The item, I want to program the item now. Item, what is supposed to be there is borrow book gallery dot selected. What magic did you see?
It's bring the details of the books that has been selected on the available books. It's bring the details.
The new form is
populates-
automatically filled.
Yeah.
The new form
Yeah.
is automatically filled by the
With the information selected on the available books.
Yes, yes.
All right. That is to say, I want to borrow a book. I look through the book gallery. I see the one I'm looking for. I'll select it. It will come to the page and I will click borrow. The borrow will now take, the next thing we want to do. The borrow, we'll do that in another day. The borrow will now automatically send an email to the librarian that so person wanted to borrow a book. This name, title, and everything. And they will be waiting for the approval from that person. So the moment the person approve or disapprove, you will also receive an email automatically that it has been approved, it is not approved. And then we can also come to the available books to say, once that book has been approved, it should not show here on this book again, or available book again, so that somebody else will not come and request for a book that is no longer available. So that's a topic for another day, but let's finish this one so that we can graduate today. So one other thing we want to do here is a form. If we run this at this stage, it's a form that somebody can change the content, but we don't want somebody to change it because it's information that is derived from the database. So we don't want somebody to change the information before you send the borrow content. So we are going to lock up the form. We'll lock the form. You come to a property here and you say, what type of form do you want? You want it to be view only. Can we see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's run this and see that you cannot change this again. So any book I select that I want to borrow here is what will be shown. That's the book I want to borrow. I'll click borrow. So at this point, we are not going to click the borrow button because there is no control behind it. There's no formula
function has not been stated.
behind it. Yeah, so at this point, I'll say congratulations to everyone. You have built your first app within 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Is there any way we can submit what we do to you on the platform?
All right, what you can do is this. You look here, publish. Like I told you earlier that you should download Power Apps on your phone. The moment you publish this version, it is no longer on your computer alone. It's now on the cloud. You can log on to your phone with your username, your SGS email and password. You will see your app there.
Okay.
And you can now come to share. You can come here and share. So you want to share with somebody, search for that person. The person you want to share with mostly will now be admin at sgsalumni.org. See what it says, because this is an admin app, saying admin already have access, you know. So at this point in your own app, the moment you type admin at sgsalumni.org, this button will activate so that you can click share. I will be able to see your your app.
Okay.
Send it to yourself.
Okay. Another
It will go.
Okay.
another thing is the recording version. Can we have it immediately drop on the group?
What's that?
The recording version of what we have just done.
Yeah, immediately we finish this class, it will drop on the
WhatsApp group.
on the team platform.
Chat box.
So every one of us that are here can see it, but we'll have to share it on the WhatsApp group for people who are not here.
Oh, okay. On the Microsoft Team platform, that's where it will be automatically stored.
Again, I want to stop recording at this point.
Thank you very much, the president. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I did not just follow, I did not just believe. It has been a childhood belief and faith.